Hi everyone, bonus video for you this week. We haven't done any litter picking yet, but that will be coming out next week. I've just got back from a community partnership meeting, which was really interesting, and there might be some exciting news coming soon from that. But today I want to share a video that I've already posted to Facebook. Since I wanted to make the Facebook video shorter and more concise, I cut out a joke I really enjoyed, so I'm going to deliver it for you live in real time. This isn't live, this is a video. Now, this joke worked better when I had all of the parts of the litter picker individually. I've assembled it now, so you'll just have to imagine. When Waterhall announced that they were making a spare parts store, I suggested to them a great business opportunity. I would publish a weekly magazine, Rubbish in the Wings Weekly. Issue number 1 would come with the handle. Just imagine this isn't here. Issue number 1 would come with the handle for just 99 pence. Then the following 20 issues would each deliver you a separate piece of the litter picker. 20 issues later, and at only $5.99 an issue, you'd have a great litter picker, and I'd be rich. Unfortunately, Waterhall are an ethical company, and they've decided to let you buy the pieces at reasonable prices as and when you need them, which is probably better for the world and better for your bank balance, but I'm going to have to get rich a different way. I hope that joke was really funny for you. I hope you enjoyed that comedy reference that Facebook didn't get. You've probably clicked off this video by now already. I'm going to stop talking and you're going to see me introduce the video again in about 5 seconds when I play the original video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Litter pickers are reliant on one particular tool, and that is the litter picker. It's what we are and it's what we use. This is the Waterhall litter picker. It is made out of aluminium and, of course, traceable marine plastic, which they have recovered from the UK's coastlines. It's a pretty environmentally friendly bit of kit, and it actively is reducing the amount of plastic that's currently in the water, so it's already pretty good. Waterhall have created a litter picker repair shop that allows you to buy every single part individually. So I decided it would be a good idea to order every single piece of this litter picker and try to build my own. Now, over on their website, there are lots of little tutorials for each individual piece if you ever need to replace them, which makes it super simple and easy. Without further ado, so I'm not entirely sure which order we should build it in. The tutorials only show you replacing individual parts. I think I should start from the trigger end and work my way to the picker end. Let me just give you a close-up look at that. Isn't that really nice? So we're up close now to begin the assembly of the picker, and I am already knocking the other one over. First thing we need to do is attach the handle to one of the 2 aluminium shafts. As you can see, the picker consists of 2 shafts, so we're going to go ahead and slide that in like so. Just going to push it with my thumb a little bit. There we are. So that slides in, and you'll see in the side plate section there, that's where the side plates are going to sit. And that's nice and solid in there. For probably the 15th time I've said without further ado. Nearly put the trigger on upside down. The trigger is just going to sit in that gap. With the right side plate, I've edited out the 5 minutes of me picking up the wrong one over and over again. The side plate has a little noggin on it, which is going to go into the bottom hole of the picker. Unbelievably, I've got the wrong one in my hands. Nicely. There we are. Oh, it kind of clicks into place with quite a bit of force. That's nice. And then equally one on the other side. So I'm going to pop them both in before I screw. There we are. 2 of those. This is obviously still not attached. Now we have one of our long rivets, which is going to go in this way, and make sure you line up the hole of the handle and the trigger. You might need to wiggle it a little bit as you go in, and there we are. Just see it on the other side there. Never going to focus on this, but there's the screw and the washer which are meeting the rivet, and we're just going to go our flathead screwdriver. There we are. Tighten now. Not going to over tighten anything right now. I can always go through and tighten bits up. Not too bad. The next stage, I believe, is going to be a roller, which goes here. When I ordered this from Waterhall, I ordered 2 short rivets. We have a short rivet here, a short rivet here, and a short rivet here. I was short of 1 short rivet when they made the delivery to me, it had 3 rivets. So huge appreciation to the guys at Waterhall. I've just sort of put the roller in the middle there, and what I'm going to do is just tap it in with my finger. There you go. And then we've got that. No washers on the short rivets. And then again, get the screw and just give that a little. So the rollers are what keep the string nice and lined up and give you that fulcrum, I believe. So the next stage we have now is going to be attaching the middle plate. This goes 2 ways. It's going to be obvious which way it is because it's the end of the hole is what you're going to want. Line that up, make sure it's not upside down. So what the longer piece is going on the open end of the picker. And we'll just slide that on until the hole is lined up. You probably can't see. Oh, you can just see my arm through there. Look at that. This piece again is going to require one of our long rivets. It's the only other time we get a long rivet. There we are. That's in. This has so far not been too bad. So there we are. We've got that on. We've got the join. Now, I do want to point out this little join is incredible. A lot of folding litter pickers get a bad press, and I think one of the reasons that folding litter pickers don't do so well is because they usually have a weird hinge in the middle. This is as solid as the rest of it. To compare it to another folding picker I have, it is hinged with this. As you can see, it folds up, it flops around. And if you go into something and grab something off the ground and there's a bit of resistance, it will start to fold in your hands like that. And it also has a huge amount of lateral movement like that, just shaking it, just so you can see. So once again, the Waterhall picker, you know, it's solid and it folds and locks into itself, and the end of the picker locks into the handle. Now the next piece we need to do is attach the string to the second shaft, and the string goes through this little hole in it. There's our string hole. It'd be a lot easier to do this if you weren't trying to film a video. So we've got our jaws here. That's your jaw. Lovely again. And this is where it starts to get harder to do this whilst recording it. Do this. I mean, if you just did it on a desk flat, you'd be happy. So this is going in here, and again we're using a short rivet, and we've got the string underneath it. I think the short rivets are slightly easier to put in because you can kind of balance them in the hole, and the longer rivets can't really balance as easily because of the washer. Once again, if you were doing this flat on a table, you were probably not going to have any issues. And now the next thing, again, exactly the same process as before. We need to place a roller, which is going to go in. Now, I actually think I might attach an end piece because it's going to make life a bit easier. On the end of it, it's got 2 little dimples. Again, those are going to go in with the holes at the end of the picker. So we've got it halfway on there. Just need to keep pushed, and it's in. That's lovely. You might, if the autofocus can get you. Okay, so I've just double checked. I definitely have made a mistake, which is that I didn't put the spring under the jaw. Final roller. Well, the string might actually help me here because it sort of holds it up a little bit. You have to get the screws kind of flat on, tighten that in. I do need to remove the jaw. I feel like I'm on QVC. Check out this jewelry. You can see that little rivet there. The spring fits into it that way, and then we just replace the jaw. Yep. Oh, and there we are. So now the spring, you can see when I push the picker down, it springs back up. We just now need to do the string. Let's line these up. Once again, get the string there, place it through this hole. I'm going to attach the top and bottom, head the string down under the jaws. Down, keep pushing, and under the roller. And because of the little slope that comes with this end piece, it sort of pulled the string back up, which is ideal. Now all I have to do is attach the string to the jaws. Now the first thing you do is in the jaw is a hole that you thread the string through. That is stage 1. This is one of the simplest little knots you can do, which makes it pretty user-friendly, which is good because as a user I need the friendliest of knot tying. The back of the picker, the jaw has on the back there a little extra section, so you've gone through, you go through there, you bring it back through itself to tie the knot. Oh yeah, I've definitely got a lot more slack going on. Bit of trial and error here. Oh, that feels good. If anything, I've made it too tight now, but this is pretty common with string-based grabbers, that you will have to adjust your knots. So I'm quite happy with it, I think, there. And I'm just going to tie. Again, we're going to go through, repeating the same knot. We go through the little bit at the back of the jaws. And this is what they say to do in their replacement video, is to do it twice. And that's also going to pick up a lot of the slack. But definitely happy with it. Do some grabbing of rubbish. I haven't got any rubbish to hand, but I have got half a packet of biscuits. So there you have it. I have built my own litter picker. Cool. If you are not only a litter picker, but somebody who puts videos of your litter picking on the internet, you might be quite interested in this. So the handle has a built-in mount for action cameras, GoPro. This is the DJI. Before I end this video, I want to go and show you some stuff on the Waterhaul website. This is the Waterhaul repair shop where all of the tutorials are. So if you scroll down the page, you'll see individual videos for all of the pieces and how to install them, how to replace them. Very useful if you did want to replace a part. And then up here are the prices. They're not fleecing you if you do need to replace the parts. It isn't super expensive, but everything's here. And on the website, when you look at the spare parts, it also shows you over here in this image which parts you're replacing. So rivets there, rivet short, you can see they're free highlighted. They're not trying to make profit off of spare parts. They want to stop waste. So that's the repair shop. And then you've got the actual shop where you buy your pickers. So here's the Ocean Positive picker, £18. There's a kiddie size, which is 22 inches, which is £16. You can also get a starter kit here, which comes with a ring and one of their bags. I would recommend this if you were starting out for the first time, because the hoops are incredibly helpful. Hoops are fantastic. They make life so much easier. The bags themselves, the reusable bags, £12. But like I said, the one I've got, I've used it 40 odd times probably. They've also got big kit boxes you can put in the boot of your car. They've got beach cleaning knives for cutting, you know, the ropes, the fishing nets, etc. They also on their website have a bunch of other stuff. They've got sunglasses. They've done brand collaborations with different people using their different materials. So they've got coffee cups here from Circular & Co. And these are obviously using the Waterhaul plastic, but it's coming from the UK coast. And when you order something like a litter picker or one of these cups, you will get a QR code and you will get a code that you can check out. Batch traceability. You ordered your Waterhaul product, it's been delivered, and you get your little code, pop into your map. And this is where the plastic in my litter picker came from, and I think it's really great. Red dots are harbors, the green dots are Waterhaul partners, and then the blue dots are Ghost Gear. You can go through and see everything and sort of look at your traceability and really find out where stuff came from. So here's some Ghost Gear. This person has gone to a beach and grabbed this huge chunk of rope. So yeah, it's really fantastic. It's really satisfying when you've ordered your kit from Waterhaul to then find out, you know, the impact that you have by buying their products is actually that you are pulling this stuff out of the sea, and then you're using their products to go and clear up more. It may be even beach cleaning. And I love that. They are the only, that I am aware of, company with a modular repair and replace system where you can replace every single part, but we're not throwing something out because it goes wrong. Obviously, if you want to see this picker in action, then go and check out my YouTube channel. If you are in the market for a new picker or any other gadgets or anything else on the website, I have a discount code, Rubbish in the Wings. There will be a link in the description wherever you're watching this that takes you to their website, and the discount code is Rubbish in the Wings. It gives you 15% off site-wide, which is a great discount. If you use my link and my code, I do get a little kickback from that. Any purchases you make through Waterhaul, I am going to be putting that money back into looking out for the environment and the community and the local area. So that is where I'm going to finish this. If you do want to see more from me, then follow this page, check out the Instagram, the TikTok, and the YouTube channels. There will be content coming out on all of those. Obviously, a lot more using the Waterhaul picker over on YouTube. And once again, if you do want to check out Waterhaul's products, then use my link to support me. And if you don't want to do that, then you could always share it with somebody else who you think might. Because if you know somebody who's getting into something like this, then why not set them up with the best stuff and a nice little discount? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye.